wins. Oh, now we're going to get sued.
We're live.
Okay. Great.
We are back.
What to start with?
There's nothing going on in the world.
I think I'm going to make the announcement now is that we are officially going to be moving our Squirrel Report online group, our Squirrel Report social media group. I don't know what to call it, because it needs to get off of Facebook, because as the administrator, I keep seeing over and over, fact checking and violations and all this stuff.
And it's all Alan's fault.
Well, Alan is one of the top offenders, and it counts more because he's like one of the administrators of the thing. Like, I don't know.
Do I at least balance it out? Because I never.
You don't.
Post
yeah,
anything.
you're very good, Jay. But
I keep it
moderator.
All up
I actually removed Alan's moderator status.
Wow, that is the moderational equivalent of the shun bench.
Totally. So we are moving from Facebook. We're going to make the migration, or the evacuation, as it were.
Diaspora.
Yes, we are
making
the move.
That would be going to the winds. We're not really going to the winds.
We're just migrating.
We're packing up our shit and moving to Beverly Hills.
That's right.
We're immigrating.
Yeah. So I looked at all the different options for what to do and where to move, and I kind of wanted something that functioned in the same way as Facebook, because everybody's kind of used to that platform and how it works, and you can post links and chat and so I'm just saying right now, we're moving to MeWe. And it works a lot like Facebook, almost exactly like Facebook. And so join us there.
Okay.
What?
I just want to point out that Brita was on LiveJournal. She left LiveJournal and killed it.
Jay.
She went to Blogger, stopped blogging, killed it. Let's hope you have a similar effect.
That's what I've been saying.
Facebook.
That's what I've been saying all along. She left LiveJournal. LiveJournal died. Then she went to be a blogger, and then blogs died. Then she went to Facebook, and now Facebook is like, and Brita's like, okay, we're done with Facebook.
Well, hopefully I have, noticed this trend as well. I think a lot of people want to get off of Facebook because Facebook is very,
it's evil.
It's pretty evil, and also you always have this feeling of like, am I going to get banned? Am I going to get scolded by the Facebook?
And the worst part is, it's not even that they're like evil. It's that they're like stupidly, transparently, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Like, there's a group calling for George Zimmerman's death and posting his address online. Totally fine.
Totally fine.
But yet you're like, boy, this, the police officer that shot Ashley Babbitt is now claiming he's a hero and he saved lives, and this guy's an idiot. Banned for provoking violence.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't seen
isn't there
violence.
like a lawsuit right now or something going on with Facebook, and they say that Facebook has been one of the vehicles used for child pornography or child, I don't know, whatever.
Grooming or whatever it is.
Whatever it is. But, they let that go on too.
Was Epstein on Facebook?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
He didn't kill himself, but he may have had a Facebook profile.
So I've decided that we're going to go to MeWe.com. It's spelled like it sounds, MeWe. And I don't like the name. I think it's dumb. MeWe, but it seems to be really a good platform, and it's very Gesundheit, Jay.
Thank you. I thought I muted my mic.
You did. I just saw you though.
Okay. I was like, I wasn't going to turn the cam off because you didn't think I went to the bathroom.
Yeah. So MeWe, it functions basically the same as Facebook.
It is the Betamax to Facebook. No, wait, we don't want it to be Betamax. We want Facebook to be Betamax.
Yeah, but one of the things that I really like about the MeWe Squirrel Report group is that we are able to have a group chat. So we can just chat amongst ourselves. You don't have to post, you can just chat. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
And also bigger emoji selections.
Right.
The important.
The important stuff.
Right.
Exactly.
So go to MeWe.com, make an account.
And yes, I'm kind of advertising.
I see your thing there.
The old Facebook group won't be deleted, but it'll be set to where nobody can post to it.
Nobody can post. I'm just going to put like a thing at the top of the group if anybody goes looking for it.
We have moved.
Yeah, right now 88 Sqrpt members have made the move to MeWe. So thank
89.
you for joining us. 89 now. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, and it's fun, and it's like, you're with your like-minded people and chat with whomever, and
there's way less fascist bullshit.
Yeah.
Almost none. I mean, I follow some people on MeWe that really post some really vile shit. I mean, even stuff that I look at and go, damn. And it doesn't get censored. So
You mean they're acting as a platform, not a publisher?
Yeah. Imagine that.
Inconceivable.
So that's a big announcement. I guess I'm gonna stay on Facebook just because I can do both, but as far as like political stuff, and because on my personal Facebook page, I don't do any politics. I don't do anything. It's like cat photos
and family stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have my account on Facebook for personal stuff, but as far as political stuff and whatever Sqrpt stuff, it's gonna be over on MeWe. So
I just checked locals.
Oh God. Yeah.
We have more people on our group in MeWe than we do on locals.
Well,
you know why?
Because locals is hard to.
Locals is the Betamax.
Because Brita hasn't told everyone to go to locals yet.
I'm on locals. I don't know. I can't figure out how it works, and it's annoying. So
well,
that's why.
So we have 81.
Somebody else has an annoying cricket. I'm just like glad it's not just me.
I have crickets.
It's not just me.
Crazy. It's me.
They're right outside the window and they're really loud.
Sorry.
No. It's I've been hearing it all day. So I'm just
okay.
But it was in the back of the house. So now I'm like, he's following me. No, wait, that's coming over the microphone. Never mind.
We also have katydids. And I think the katydids are done for the season because they're kind of like at the height of summer, but all night long, katydids.
We have the cicadas.
Oh, yeah.
Because our subdivision was like right at the 17-year mark.
Yeah.
They were shifted a few months from like the big explosion was back in like May. And I was like, oh, we must have missed it because our subdivision's relatively new. No. God, kill it with fire.
What's funny is there's like 20 million of them in a tree, and they're all synchronized.
True.
It's like
the one sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's an update. Here's a life update, which is still kind of like an ongoing thing. I was exposed to COVID at work.
Eek.
My coworker who sits at the reference desk, like, we don't sit next to each other. Like our desks are far enough apart, but she had COVID and she was wearing a mask, not me.
She's also vaccinated.
No.
Oh, she's not? Oh,
no.
Okay.
She's not vaccinated. She's an older woman, and I worked with her last Wednesday, so I haven't been around her for over a week now. And but I got the notice, I got an email over the weekend saying, somebody somebody on the staff tested positive, and now you have to wear your masks to work. Really?
Oh no, I have a fever.
So because I found out that she works like in our department, and I was working with her Wednesday for part of the day, she was not symptomatic when I worked with her, and she was wearing a mask. So I'm thinking,
Yeah, Yep.
So I immediately after I got that email, I have like one of those home tests, and I did the thing, and
Did the brain poke?
as I said, I was telling everybody, I was like, it's like a pregnancy test, but for your nose. Because that's basically like kind of what it looks like. It looks like pregnancy test.
Wonder how
2
many
lines
had
positive, 2 lines positive, 1 line negative. So it came up negative. And then
much to your disappointment.
Well, I mean, I don't want to have COVID, but like at the same time, I'm like, I'll probably be fine.
And at the same time, a 2-week vacation sure would be nice.
Yeah,
are you
true.
morbidly obese? Are you over 85?
I am
the
not.
answer to both of these questions is no. You're probably going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been like 8 days now since I've been around this person, and I'm thinking, but I have to tell you that I do have the paranoia because.
Wait.
What?
I'm looking at our pictures. Are we 6 feet apart?
Yeah, I'll try not to breathe on you. But like every time I sniffle or like feel weird, I'm like, oh, it's the COVID. It's COVID. Oh God. Like I should go take another test. But
my brain did that for like the first 2 months. Because like every single time I felt like a little, I'm like, oh my God, I've got it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Right.
I took my temperature about 7,000 times the first 2 months.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, fuck this. This is dumb.
Fuck this. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's like ragweed season and I have allergies. So, every little like thing going on, I'm thinking, oh God. But
I would like get off the treadmill and cough and be like, oh my God, I've got COVID. I'm like, you just ran 6 miles, moron.
I should do a test right now so that we can have the results on the show.
I know.
You should.
Live COVID unveiling.
Watch Brita stick things up her nose.
Yeah. Nope.
Rule 34.
Yeah. But by all accounts, this woman is doing fine. She has COVID, not vaccinated. She's sick. She's fatigued. Her family's taking care of her.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I don't even want to say it gets overlooked. It like intentionally gets ignored. It's like just because you're not like, I'm going to go dig a hole and hide in it until COVID's all done. You're like, you're downplaying it. No, I don't want it. It's serious.
Right.
But it's not the Black fucking Death.
Right.
This isn't killing a third of the population, no matter how much you pretend it is.
No.
It's just, you know what? I think it's a social pressure thing.
Someone's going to get a sociology PhD out of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably several thousand people.
And I think the social pressure is like, oh God, I could be spreading it to people. I could be getting other people sick.
It'll be 100 years from now, though, Jay, when it's not political anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a social pressure thing, though, that nobody wants to get anybody else sick because, oh God, you're going to kill grandma, and oh no, that sort of thing. And at least that's it for me. I just, here's the thing. After this person tested positive for COVID, we were instructed and required to wear masks at work. And I have not. And I have not expressly told the library director, but she will have to fire me.
So I think you should borrow Alan's plague doctor mask. I got my mask.
I'm wearing a mask.
It's a mask.
But it's just
I would show up with a different superhero mask. Look, I'm Batman. I'm Iron Man.
Mexican wrestler.
There you go.
There you go.
No, it's just masks are
Captain Chaos.
I think masks are like at this point. I mean, it's pretty well shown that wearing a dirty rag on your face is not going to help anything.
Yeah,
and
it's a virtue signal.
There's strike one for YouTube.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm okay.
We're on Rumble. Look for us there for all 10 of you that watch the show.
Okay.
But like, look it up. Like, if masks worked, wouldn't COVID be over by now?
Well, it stopped influenza.
No.
Dead, cold. There were like 10 cases of the flu last year.
Yeah. So I'm not going to wear one. And I just feel like it's stupid. I actually, the director came up to me and she was like, "Oh, you're not wearing a mask." I was like, and this was the day after I had done a COVID test and had a negative result. And I said to her, I was like, I didn't magically get COVID since 5:30 p.m. last night. Like, it's not how it works.
Right.
And she said, well, maybe it's a false negative, or maybe you have it and it's not showing up yet. I'm like, okay. And I actually laughed at her and walked away. I was like, I can't deal with everybody else's craziness. I just can't. And I'm done humoring people who are in that kind of mass psychosis of like, if you don't wear a piece of cloth over your face, you're going to get sick, or you're going to make other people sick, or it's not how it works. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Rita.
Yes.
I admire your restraint.
Well,
I really do. No, I'm not being facetious. I'm not being sarcastic or anything. Like I do, like, well, we're supposed to at work, and I wear one at work just because I don't
you
go
need your
in.
job.
Yeah, little things like that. I got a kid in college. I don't like the stores. They're like, oh, we encourage it. I'm like, encourage this.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
For the most part, though, like when they were, you're supposed to wear a mask, I wore one just because I will start throat punching people because I'm so fucking sick of the dumb fucking bullshit that comes with it. So, look at me, I'm wearing a mask. I'm riding a motorcycle with no helmet, but I got a mask on. You're a fucking moron. I'm driving alone in my car by myself with the windows up, but I have a mask on. You're a moron.
Yeah.
You're a fucking sheep. Who's like, whoa, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
I will wear a mask.
Wear a mask. What does it do? Can you explain the process by which the mask prevents disease?
Yeah.
Fuzzy said. Well, there you go.
Magic. Jay.
Magic. Exactly.
It's a magic.
I really think the mask.
Hand wavium. Ooh.
I think the mask thing is like, it gives everybody like something to do. When somebody's freaking out and you're like, give them a task to do, or give them, a thing, or,
has no effect
gives everybody
whatsoever, but
gives everybody something. They think they're doing something. They're signaling to everybody else, it's making them feel, but it's not an actual thing. Sorry, we're getting kicked off YouTube.
It's interesting.
It's like when Biden puts on a mask right before he walks out in front of the camera and then takes it off again to give a speech.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because a lot of the like aggressively pro-mask people, they are exactly like the pro-gun control people who will get in the face of someone who is full freedom and be like, you just want to kill people. You want to do this. It's like, if you really believed that they were violent and they were going to use their firearm in an illegal manner, would you antagonize them like that? No, you wouldn't. If you really believed that COVID was going to kill everybody on the planet, would you get in the face of someone not wearing a mask? No, you wouldn't. You'd fucking run from them.
Right.
So you don't believe it. You just want to, I feel superior. Look at me. Yeah. I'm wearing a mask. I'm superior. Right. That's all it is. And you're right. It's giving the fucking weak-minded something else to do. It's distraction.
Sure.
And we saw why. We saw perfectly why last year.
Yeah.
The one thing in the back of my head, and part of it's stupidity, part of it's malice. Why is it still going on now? Now, I think part of it is we can still control these stupid sheep. But at some point, somebody's going to be like, hey, you know what? You told us to vote against Trump because he screwed up and he let COVID do all this stuff. And hasn't Biden been in office, I don't know, as long as Trump was during COVID? And we're still talking about it. It's still a thing. At some point, it's going to tip. At some point, enough people are going to be like, hey, I thought Biden had a plan to save us from COVID. And it's
that was the story, right?
And at some point, it's going to tip. And at that point, COVID's going to go poof. And it will never be mentioned again.
I mean, like, if anything, COVID is worse now because of the Delta variant and the vaccines aren't working.
That's right. The vaccines
et cetera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's Trump's fault. Just like the debacle in Afghanistan. Because,
God.
Right.
Trump had something to do with that.
Before we go on to Afghanistan, let's get really kicked off of YouTube.
Oh. Okay.
This will be fun. So I went to my doctor for a checkup.
Oh boy, we're totally this episode is a goner.
I went to my doctor. Now my doctor, I don't have an insurance company doctor. I have a doctor I pay myself, and my doctor doesn't take insurance. You just pay them, and they do what you want because they're your doctor. It's like the way it used to be. You have your doctor. It's not some random dude that's your insurance company. You go to your insurance company and go, who can I go see? And it's just some random person that you'll never see again. Right. So this is my doctor, and it's one of those, it's actually pretty cool. It's a primary care physician, and I've got an app. I can text her anytime I want. I can get a prescription without actually going into the office, and all this cool stuff. And so I go, I'm like, last week I was like, I think it was Friday. I texted her. I said, hey, next week is a significant event in my life, and I want to get a checkup. And that's my birthday. Anyway, I was like, it's been a couple of years. I hadn't had a checkup. So I want to come in, get the blood tested, check vitamin levels, cholesterol, blah, 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 all that stuff. And so I was expecting, normally, most doctors, it's like, yeah, we can see you in 3 weeks. And she's like, so what time Monday morning do you want to come in?
Nice.
And I was like, not at all. So I went in, I think I went in the afternoon, but, anyway, so we were talking, and, she never brought up the vaccine at all. She never brought it up. We were talking about, she did, listen to my lungs, check my ears, check my tongue, did all the basic stuff. We talked about, PSR tests. No, they don't do that. They don't do that anymore.
What?
It's the
my doctor's been lying to me.
Yeah.
That explains both hands on my shoulders.
Well, she said, this is funny. She said, well, I can do it if you really want it, but we don't really do those anymore.
Awkward.
She goes, unless your PSR comes back with a really high level, we don't.
Do you have to pay extra for that?
I was like, nope, don't need one. Thanks.
Okay.
Just the tip.
Yeah. And so, we're doing all that. And I think it was, I forget, somehow I remember what it was. So we were talking about, I have to get some of the blood tests they're going to do. They have to do in the morning, and this is the afternoon. So I was like, well, I can come back in the morning and do it. And she goes, well, you can't come Thursday, cause that's when we do the what is it, the monoclonal antibodies for the COVID patients. I was like, oh, okay. And she goes, how about Friday morning? I was like, okay, Friday morning. And that was the point. That was the first time anybody mentioned vaccine, and I mentioned it. I said, I don't have a vaccine, and I don't see any need to get one. I don't, I'm not really in a high risk category. I don't go to groups. I don't see people. I don't get up close. I don't do any of those things. And she was like, well, it's up to you. It's like, she wasn't doing the CDC, thou shalt get, vaccinated. She was just like, it's up to you, and, and I mentioned I was, worried about the, side effects and all that kind of stuff. And, she's like, well, yeah, if you don't want it, don't get it. And then I said, well, what do you do for like treatments and stuff? And I said, do you prescribe ivermectin? And we just got kicked off of YouTube.
Totally.
Because I said the I word.
Yep.
So I said, do you prescribe ivermectin? She goes, oh, sure. She goes, I prescribe it for lots of people. And I said, so I can, I can get a prescription, I can put it on my shelf. And then if I get it, she goes, yeah, if you start feeling you're sick, start taking it right away. And, she goes, it may help, may not, but it won't hurt you. And, what?
I'm hearing odd noises in the house. That's all.
So anyway, she did that. Funny thing though, she sent it to CVS, and CVS had to order it. They're out of stock. So, anyway, I thought that was interesting because, because we talked about, the COVID treatment, and they do all that. At the office, they do all that treatment stuff. Like you heard, like Joe Rogan got sick and he started talking about all the stuff he did. And my doctor does all that stuff in her office. It's like you get all she goes, yeah, if you get sick, just come in here and, do it right off the bat. Don't wait, come in right away and we'll hook you up. And,
for all the ivermectin talk, and how it's a horse dewormer, et cetera, and that's and yes, they do use it in certain applications for farm animals because it's an anti-parasite
because it works really good.
Because it works really good. However, in the human application, as a human drug, ivermectin won the Nobel Prize in 2015?
Something like that. 2012, 2015.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Nobel Prize for use in humans. So it is a human drug. It is not just this thing you buy at Quality Farm and Fleet. It's an actual thing.
Yeah.
And it has saved countless lives in Africa because Africa is apparently full of parasites.
Yeah. They hand it out in countries.
DC.
Countries, basically countries south of the U.S., they hand it out like candy. You can buy it in Mexico over the counter with no prescription.
Wow.
They give it out to everybody because those
in case you worms or something, or
it's because that's where they have all the tropical parasites. That's where it comes. All the
uncooked puerca.
Or just walking around in the dirt. I mean, that's you pick stuff up, and it's worse in the tropics. So,
my brother had worms, by the way.
Ooh.
When he was a kid in Ireland.
Worms?
Lots of kids have worms.
He had, I guess, tapeworms or something.
Yeah.
Our family has a dairy farm, and he was playing in the dairy farm when he was a little boy.
Oh, yikes!
And got the worms.
Yeah. I bet he doesn't have allergies though.
Not now.
So
or feeling in his extremities, but that's
my ivermectin story. And just to make sure that YouTube gets it, I'm going to say it. Ivermectin. So, but it's funny.
Beetlejuice.
One of the conspiracy theories about ivermectin is because it's apparently pretty darn successful at treating COVID symptoms and other things. One of the conspiracy theories is that the FDA can't give an emergency authorization for a drug or for a vaccine if there's already a treatment available.
Yeah. So, isn't it something that Fauci's wife is on the committee that approves drugs for the FDA? And they're real quick to fact check that.
Yeah.
And if you look, it's really, it's masterful. It's fucking Goebbels level propaganda because the claim is that she's on the National Institute of Health division that approves drugs for the FDA. The fact check is Fauci's wife approves all the drugs for the FDA. It's that's not the claim though.
Yeah.
You're fact checking something that is not the actual claim.
Right.
So are you really fact checking it?
Right.
And a lot of it's like
fact checking.
Yeah.
Well, remember they had that huge outbreak in India and they were having mass funeral pyres in the street and it was terrible and everybody's dying in India, and then it dropped off.
Right.
Nothing in the news, right?
It's because they start handing out ivermectin everywhere.
That's why.
Yeah. Same thing in Argentina and Mexico and other places.
So
we're
off of YouTube.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. So now we're going to talk about.
We should talk about how they're doing the audits of the election in Georgia, and they found out that.
Arizona.
The Democrats did steal the election.
Yeah.
I mean, by the numbers, if you look at it,
46,000 or something like that.
Yeah, which was more than he won the state by. So. Yep. Not my president.
But
yeah.
But January 6th was the biggest insurrection ever.
Yeah, okay.
Booga booga.
The thing about that is if we really, you had a bunch of people show up, nobody was armed.
Yeah, if it was a real insurrection, it would have looked like Kabul and everybody would have had a rifle.
There were no armored bulldozers.
Right.
Okay, for starters. Marvin
Jesus,
Niemeyer.
Jay, how can you have an insurrection without an armored
God
police
damn it.
officer? I mean, that's
At least one or two.
That's
Caterpillar.
requirement number one.
Caterpillar, the Rachel Corrie special.
Hmm.
Oh, now see, the good part is that's going to go over the heads of so many a bunch of people are going to go to Google. Rachel Corrie. Oh, yeah, we went there. But, cat cam.
Yep. Cat.
Oh,
He's waiting for supper.
he's the goodest of boys. No, good boys are dogs.
I got one
He's
back
not
there
a
on the
dog.
floor.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Anyway.
Very nice. But yeah, I mean, this is like the weakest, this is like frat boys gone wild.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, I got the podium.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're also
five people died. Yeah, four overweight people had heart attacks, and an unarmed woman was murdered by a police officer. Congratulations.
Right.
There you go. We finally found out who he was because he came forward. I'm a hero.
Mm.
They're also subpoenaing the phone records of all the Republicans.
Oh yeah. Well, he's a hero, and yet you've got, what the fuck is her name there? That fucking idiot representative who's like,
you have to be more specific, Jay.
Michael Brown, 7 years.
Oh Lord. It doesn't matter who she is. I mean,
right,
they're all that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, are you fucking for real, lady?
Yeah.
That's like 7 years, not 5, not 10. Is there like a magic time where enough people have forgotten what actually happened? Which, by the way,
last week, Jay.
But yeah, you're not wrong. But by the way, that 7 years. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. 2021 minus 7. I use new math here. Hold on. 2014. Wait, but Donald Trump wasn't president then.
No, it was still
his fault. They told me that all of the racial strikes started with
it was still Trump's fault.
It was still Trump's fault because he was such a Hitler that he warped time and space and projected his racism into the past.
Yes. Master of time and space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Trump. But yeah. Yeah, but apparently, if you let enough time go by, everyone forgets that, what the hell was his name? Darren Wilson? I can't think. The police officer's name. Myself. Was investigated 3 times. 3 times.
Yep.
Once by Missouri, twice by the feds. And they were like, his version of events is borne out by every single, single piece of evidence.
Right.
Between the angle of the bullets fired, the powder burns, everything is consistent with what he was saying. And they start, a curious thing, they started subpoenaing the witnesses who saw Michael Brown executed on the ground. And they were like, actually, no, I was nowhere near there. As soon as they went under oath, they were all like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, I can go to jail if I'm lying? And they were like, investigated it. No, his version of events, Brown was trying to get his gun from him. And you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. The guy was a thug. He used his size to intimidate and hurt people. And he finally came up against someone who wasn't intimidated. And he lost. And that shit happens. And it has fucking nothing to do with the color of his fucking skin. And that's the most infuriating thing. It's just fucking idiots making about, it's because of the systemic racism. No! Because if he'd been a fucking white dude, the exact same thing would have happened, except the media wouldn't have picked it up.
Right.
They wouldn't have given a fucking rat's ass. And if you don't believe me, 2 words, fucking Eric Scott, fuck you.
Right.
Okay? Fucking murdered by the cops in Nevada because of a fucking Costco manager who lied.
Right.
Yeah.
And when he came out, he was given conflicting commands from the police officers.
Yep.
And was shot dead.
Right.
Because you can't put your hands up and get on the ground at the same time without face planting. And there was another one who was also white, same thing. He was the one that was in the hotel, like crawling on the ground and still got shot and nobody cared.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I can't think of the name either, but those don't matter. Those don't happen.
Well, that's just Whitey getting his finally.
Yeah. And it's like, maybe there's a training problem, but so the solution is defund the police.
Yeah.
Let's give them less money. That's a great
And
idea.
watch the murder rate skyrocket.
Yeah. Imagine that. Fewer cops means more crime. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody?
The Soros funded prosecutors in Texas have gotten so bad that the state legislature passed a bail reform law in the last session that's supposed to clean up these, because they're letting people with 15, 16, they get arrested, they get let go, they get arrested, they get low. And these are like hardcore felonies. These are like murder, assault, rape, robbery, all this kind of stuff. So let them go. Let them back out on the street. No big deal. And then they go kill somebody. And then they get arrested. And then it's just this revolving door by these fucking liberal prosecutors. And they just let them out.
Wow.
But this is Texas, Alan. Doesn't everyone have a gun or a sword?
Unfortunately, no. They should, but they don't. However, as of yesterday, Texas is a constitutional carry state.
Congrats.
And not only can you carry a sword or a Bowie knife, you can carry a gun as long as you're not a prohibited person.
Cool.
So
keep and bear arms.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting is I'm sure it happened somewhere, but I did not see the mass parade of blood in the streets reporting over this.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure somebody wrote an article somewhere about it, but remember back, a couple of decades ago when concealed carry was getting rolled out, and every time, oh my God, blood in the streets,
there'll be bloodbaths over parking spots,
right?
Which is always my favorite, because I'm driving a 4,000-pound car.
Yeah.
But I'm going to shoot someone over a parking space rather than, I don't know, run them the fuck over.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so Texas concealed constitutional carry.
It's that projection.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, if I had a gun, I'd do this. Well, it's a good thing you don't. And that's the beauty. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
If you think you shouldn't have one, then you're probably right.
It's a lot like they say to us, well, if you're against abortions, don't have any. Oh, okay. Challenge accepted. Done.
Yeah.
You don't like guns? Don't have one. Men can't write abortion law because they don't have abortions, but fucking Carolyn McCarthy can say, oh, the barrel shroud is the shoulder thing that goes up, and she can write gun laws.
Right.
Men can get pregnant, Jay.
Well, yes, that's true. Now
no, they can't.
get pregnant.
What are you, a transphobe?
However,
you're a turf. I'm a turf.
However, it looks like, at least for now, the Texas heartbeat bill has survived Supreme Court scrutiny.
Yeah.
Oh, they are all kinds of butthurt about that. And again, I think this is a golden opportunity that's being missed. No one wants to take your abortion away. We just want common sense abortion control.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Jay.
Yeah.
It's just common sense.
This is common sense abortion control.
Right.
90% of the American people are in favor of this.
Right.
Sure. I love how they immediately out themselves as eugenicists. One of the big arguments is, oh my gosh, we can't. You can't limit abortion at 6 weeks because you can't test for disabilities until at least 8 to 10 weeks. And, you'll have all these disabled people getting born.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like it's the end of the fucking world. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. It's fucked up. It is seriously fucked up.
It's fucking Hitler.
Yeah, it is.
It's like we don't want those undesirables. You want undesirables to be born?
What's her name?
The
queen of abortions. What was her name?
Margaret Sanger.
She was a hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Racist.
She
racist.
was
much like gun control. She was
not only was she a racist, but she was a eugenicist. She thought the less worthy people.
Sure.
We should let them have abortions so we don't have more of them. She actually, that's the basis of the whole Planned Parenthood thing is, let the awful people have abortions.
Well, for me, I'm like, okay, so what sort of things can you test for? like you can do testing for all sorts of things, right? Genetic testing and I mean if it just comes to like any abortion at any point is none of anybody's business, and it should occur whether like for whatever reason. That's their belief about abortion is a woman can have an abortion for whatever reason she chooses. It does not matter.
And the government should pay for it.
Well, and
because
that,
if you don't believe the government should pay for it, then obviously you're against a woman's right to control her own body.
Up to the day it's born.
Right. So like what if like it just comes that like people with blue eyes suddenly are not trendy? Now we're aborting babies because they have blue eyes.
Yep.
I mean like
sorry, Alan.
But I mean that's literally I have a birth defect that happens at like 8 weeks gestation. You know, the little legs get formed at like 8 weeks, right? So if let's say somebody gets an ultrasound at I've never been pregnant, so whatever week they get the ultrasound, it is visible.
Right. Yeah, they see the little arms and legs and all that.
Yeah, and it's visible.
That's what everybody wants to see.
And I mean, no offense, Alan, but like if blue eyes were like the thing that people didn't want, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think you can see that in ultrasound though. But
you can test genetically for eye color.
Yeah, but you have to have.
I'm trying to make a point here, Alan.
Yeah.
Don't be pedantic, please. Okay.
You're right.
I thank you. I am right. So, but it just comes. Who is a person? Who is garbage and who isn't? You know, like.
Right.
Oh, let's just, you know, this one doesn't have the right amount of bones in its feet, so not a person. Blue eyes, not a person. I mean, this is like Nazi shit. This is like,
imperfect. And
then if you do it like up until the moment of birth, like you're just quibbling about dates, you know.
Right. Yep. And how long until it's we'll give you a week. We'll give you a month.
Oh, to decide?
Yeah. After birth.
Why not?
You know, I'm not joking. I see these evil motherfuckers going that route.
Yeah.
Because like you can get a refund, right?
No,
like,
Jay, this is going to turn really dark and really sick.
Okay.
They won't kill them. They'll just hand them over to the child porn people and go, here you go.
What they'll probably do is sell body parts because they're already doing that.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that.
That's exactly it. Between
sell your kids.
Yeah.
Yep. And I do not doubt for a second that's where it's headed.
When
you say you can
get $10,000 for that kid right now. Sell it.
Yeah. It's imperfect, you know, whatever the imperfection is.
Sure.
And by the way, Brita, I don't buy that you're not perfect. Okay?
Thanks.
Right now, I'm telling you that.
Okay.
But your child is imperfect. Hey, there's a great market in corneas, you know.
Yeah. Or whatever.
At what point? And you want to know why people devalue life? Well, there you go.
Well, you already have doctors that when they do these tests and it comes back that the child does have a defect or something like that, that the doctor will go in and counsel the mother. Well, you know, think of how much trouble it's going to be to raise this child.
That poor child.
That's got Down syndrome. It's going to have a terrible life. And you're going to spend, you know, all this time and money dealing with it. Why don't you just go get an abortion?
Yeah.
And not worry about it. They actually do that.
Yes.
And there are some people.
Oh yeah.
It's probably better.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know, just the sheer number of just horrible people in this world.
But you know what though, Jay? There's still a shortage of babies for adoption.
Yeah.
There's no shortage. Just adoption is very expensive.
Yes.
Well,
there's a huge pain in the ass.
Prohibitively expensive.
There are more people that want to adopt children than there are children available for adoption.
Yep.
In the U.S.
They're so.
That's why they go to other countries to do it.
Yep. And my niece is adopted, and
She's so cute.
well,
by
she
the way.
is she's the cutest kid. And just what my sister had to go through. And that is by no means, I mean, it is,
Right.
if anything, she probably had it a little easier because, she's a lawyer. So when, you send the all correspondences on your official lawyer paper, not lawyer paper.
Kind of hard to argue. They wouldn't be a good parent.
Yeah. And just seeing what she went through, it's like, that's ridiculous. She loves my niece with all her heart, and I mean, she's like my sister is like the stereotypical helicopter parent. I love her. I love her to death, and I have to kind of chuckle because it's like sometimes you gotta let your kid eat a peck of dirt. It's like, yep, nope, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. Yep. You gonna learn.
That stove was hot, wasn't it?
Sure, I hurt, didn't it? You're not gonna do that again, but And just, you're absolutely right, Britta. It's make it easier.
Yeah.
Make it easier for the people that really want to. And I don't give a rat's ass if it's 2 dads or 2 moms or 3 dads.
No.
I don't care. It's like, if you want this child, and
they need to stop that race bullshit too. I mean, if white people want to adopt a black baby, black people want to adopt a white baby, who fucking cares?
Exactly. I still, that still just boggles my mind that we are hung up over something as trivial as, who cares?
Right.
I don't understand why it's a thing. I really don't.
Because race is a thing. I mean, race hustling. And
it's tribalism, at its basest level. It's, it's very easy to, they are the team that I do not identify with. And I get, from a pack animal perspective, I understand it. I just think it's dumb. But then again,
I think it's also like a culture thing. Like, there's this perception that Black culture is so different, and if you're a Black child, you should be raised in Black culture because that's your culture, right? But it's so that in itself is so racist. Yeah. Like, to say,
I see a lot of white kids.
There is that.
That are acting like they're rappers, man.
Yeah. So the culture thing doesn't fly for me.
Yeah, that's right.
We're getting hit.
I should let my hair grow so it's like straight up.
You're the one with the headset, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm doing the Michael Jordan, so I can't really say anything. But I will admit, Telly Savalas wore it better. So I guess I identify as Greek.
You need
I am part Greek.
You need to get you some of those lollipops.
What's that?
Sorry.
Get you some of those Telly Savalas lollipops.
Who loves you, baby?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Brita is about to be carried off by cicadas.
I don't know what it is, though. Oh God.
Katydids. They heard you. They're coming for you.
I don't know what it is.
It's
coming
like in my shirt. The house. The chirping is coming from inside the house.
I think it's a big beetle. I don't know where it went.
Is it Paul or Ringo? They're the only ones left.
The cat will find it if it's going to wake up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We haven't even.
I think I heard Ty.
On cue.
We haven't even started on Afghanistan.
I know, it's already 48 minutes in, and we're just.
How do we even start on Afghanistan?
Yeah, I'm almost maybe next week because I got a whole rant on that.
Yeah. Holy moly, Tig.
I haven't eaten in 25 whole damn minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lordy, he got things to say.
That's right.
So I have a show and tell.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, I do too.
Me too.
It is show and tell time, right?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of a weird show and tell, but I'm a librarian. I can show a book. That's Jay. Okay. So,
nice.
I collect pop-up books. And this one is called America the Beautiful by Robert Sabuda. And it is really, really beautiful book. And he is a master at pop-up books.
Oh, damn.
Yes, it's beautiful, right? And it's very simply made, and the colors are very simple, but it's like, wow.
London
right?
Bridge, though?
No, it's Golden Gate Bridge.
I couldn't help it.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes,
And
yes, thank you.
so, I mean, it's like, I don't know if everybody you can see.
That's
it's,
cool.
You know, farmland.
Yeah.
And Jay.
Oh,
Mount Rushmore.
It's Mount Rushmore.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh my God.
Do you want to see the rest of the pages? Should I keep showing?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Like, why is this even a question?
What is this? Above the fruited plain. I'm not sure what.
That's like.
Oh, it's Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde.
Okay.
The thing.
Oh, I see. Because of the ladders and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the thing.
You know the thing, Mesa Verde.
Amazing. Oh, that's a Mississippi steamboat.
Riverboat.
It's a riverboat. Yeah.
Twain. Oh
I
my
mean, like,
God,
look at that.
Awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
I think it's still in print. I think you can still buy a copy of this. I'm not sure. I mean, it might be on like eBay if it's not, but
and
there we go.
you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyke, I know.
That's amazing.
So we've got Lincoln, and he's actually in there. I don't know if you can see.
Dang.
But he's in there.
Wow.
And the Washington Monument.
Yeah, really cool. New York City.
Oh, New York.
City, yeah. Oh, that's a gut punch.
Yeah. It doesn't have the Twin Towers, no.
No, that's
No.
You got the Empire State.
And then inside, like, a lot of the pages like have these little mini books like included.
Oh, neat.
So,
we heard you like pop-up books, so we put a pop-up book.
I put a pop-up book in your pop-up book.
Pop up while you pop up.
It's a beautiful book,
Oh
and
my gosh.
if it's still in print, it would make a great gift for anybody who,
Yes,
likes that sort of thing. So
I think I have that one.
My niece.
does she like pop-up books?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. America the Beautiful. All right.
I hope it's still in print.
We need the ISBN number. And
It's really good, but
go.
I really recommend this author, Robert Sabuda, if you're looking for cool pop-up books, because his work is just amazing. So
It ain't your grandma's pop-up book.
it is not.
Yeah.
It's like,
Does it have scratch and sniff?
it does. I used to love those books. Oh my God, Scratch and Sniff books.
They frustrated me. I'm like, I can't
Oh,
smell
Jay, I
it.
know you can't smell. Oh my God.
Everyone's like, look, smell this. I'm
You know,
like,
I really
can't.
wish, Jay, although this might be annoying, like, you know how they have those glasses for colorblind people? And look at Ty. You can see him
I
eating.
see him.
They have those glasses for colorblind people
Did
where
Mike
they can
bring him food?
Yeah.
Mike, way to go, Mike.
It's dinner time.
It's dinner time.
But if they had something for you, Jay, where you could suddenly like smell things,
I need like a fake nose, like Humpty Hump.
You know what you could do? You know how they have those like cochlear implants so you can hear?
There you go.
Jay needs like a nasal implant. So
But I
smell.
think
I got room.
I think it might be more annoying than anything, because maybe if you don't have smells and then all of a sudden you have smells, like it would just be repulsive.
From what I gather, a big component of smell is memory.
It
you
is.
know, like you smell something and you remember something associated with that smell.
Yeah. Okay.
You smell like freshly mown hay, and you're brought back to the hayride you took as a kid, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have any of that because I have nothing. I literally have nothing. There's one thing I've been able to smell my entire life, and that is my arthritis cream, because it's like super concentrated menthol.
Wow.
That might not even be a smell though. That might be like the sensation.
Yeah, it's burning and probably creeping down into your tongue or something.
It's probably giving me cancer as we speak.
Yeah.
So
probably is.
But yeah, it's like, oh wow, there's something there. Oh my God, what is this?
What is this new sensation?
I don't know what it's like.
Do you have a show and tell, Jay?
I do. Mine is well, tomorrow we drive my daughter to college.
Aww.
And when we first moved down here, one of the first friends she made when she was in school took her, like, their summer vacation. They have a condo down in Myrtle Beach. And my daughter got me a souvenir.
Oh, cool.
That's very cute.
She thought to get,
Aww.
you know,
Oh, Jay.
it's like the
nice.
a
That's keeper.
Prototypical Swiss Army knife, and
Sweet.
it's just like she knew her Italian dad needed a knife, and I'm just
That's
like,
sweet.
I've done something right. So
that's a good one.
Number one dad.
So, yeah, this is like special to me, and you will never see this in a knife collection bin. Fuck you, Britain. But yeah.
Does it have all the widgets on it?
Oh yeah. When Alan left to get a bottle opener, I'm like, I have a bottle opener. Right. How many people have actually opened a can with one of these? I have done it on camping trips.
Yep.
Me.
With my Boy Scout knife.
I've also had camping trips where I would have killed for a corkscrew because the wine actually did not have a screw cap.
Oops.
We had to wander me and my buddy Dave are wandering the campsite. We need a corkscrew for our Zinfandel. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have, ready? The scissors.
Scissors. Yeah, those
scissors.
These are,
Oops.
Oh, quitting time.
No,
and, in case you have to take down a tree with a 2-inch saw.
We can also saw your arm off with that.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're caught in a trap, you can actually saw your arm off. It'll take you approximately 85 years, but you can do it.
Yep.
And then, the Phillips head screwdriver and
nice.
the hole punch, which the sum total of my use for the hole punch was shotgunning a beer. So not with this one, but many, many years ago. So that works. My little Swiss Army knife from my daughter from her trip to Myrtle Beach.
Well, good luck to your daughter in college.
Thank you.
I think she's going to do great.
I think so too. It's baking. She loves baking. It's going to be fun.
Perfect.
So
good.
Cool.
I'm going to gain weight.
And everybody likes baked goods. So
bread. Love bread.
Yeah.
Carbs. Give me carbs. Alan, you're up.
Alan?
I have a show and tell, but it's really more tell than show because the show is kind of lame. It's this.
It's a phone. You got a new phone.
It is.
It's an iPhone 18.
It's not an iPhone.
What?
It's a Pixel 4.
Okay.
Alan has strayed from his path.
So Google. We've all known that the Google Android phones are like, you might as well tell Google everything you're doing because Google knows everything you're doing. Well, recently, I gotta rearrange this. This is not good.
We're in alphabetical order. This is fine.
There we go. So recently, with Apple instituting a backdoor into the iPhone, I started thinking, because I messed around, like years ago, I messed around with Android and loading ROMs and all that kind of stuff and putting stuff on. I was like, what's the state of the art? So I bought this phone used. It was pretty cheap, and I figured, I'm going to mess around. So I put the Graphene OS on it, which is an open source, security focused version of Android where all the apps are sandboxed and it's de-Googled. Google doesn't know anything at all. You can't de-Apple an iPhone because, you just can't.
Alan and his craisy moon language.
But you can de-Google a phone, an Android phone. So I put this on and I put apps on and surprisingly, it's not bad. It's not as elegant as an iPhone, but then a regular Android's not as elegant as an iPhone. Any app, just every app I've seen that's not tied tightly to Google works fine.
Okay.
My bank app works fine. Facebook and Instagram work fine. MeWe works fine. Everything, literally, all the stuff that I use, my BlockFi, Spotify works fine. Signal, all the stuff, all the regular apps you use works fine. And the phone's not reporting what you're doing to anybody.
So
it doesn't.
What carrier like?
Well, actually, I don't have a carrier yet because it's Wi-Fi only.
Oh, okay.
But I called T-Mobile because I have a T-Mobile account for my for one of my tablets, and it's like a $10 a month thing. And I said, hey,
you basically have an iPod Touch.
Right.
Welcome to 2010, Alan.
Well, I told him I wanted I said I want a SIM and I want the cheapest plan you got. And they're like, well, we got like a $20 a month. And I was like, okay, cool. Send me that. So they send me that. It's like unlimited talk and like, it's like some modicum amount of data for $20 a month, which is fine. Cause that's all I care about. So when I get that, I'll put the SIM in and I'll be able to make like a call and stuff. But I also have a VPN on here through Proton Mail VPN. So literally the carrier nor my Wi-Fi internet provider, they don't see what I'm doing. All they see is an encrypted stream to Proton Mail, which is in Switzerland. They don't get, the phone's not, the operating system's not sending, hey, he did this. Like, you look at your data usage for a regular Google phone or even an Apple phone, it's constantly sending data back, every single fucking thing you do, it tells Google about. And this one doesn't. So it's actually pretty cool. And I was surprised at how well it works day to day. I mean, there's one thing that I'd really like to have doesn't work, and it's the Ford app for my truck. And it just absolutely will not work. So, and also any paid app, anything you pay money for isn't going to work because that requires going through the Google store.
Oh, yeah.
People pay money for apps.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, there's free app for damn near everything. I mean,
Alan, I think you're missing out here.
What?
You don't want people going over what you're doing? Oh, I do. I like torturing them. They're like, oh God, he's looking at midget porn again. Oh my, oh really? Oh my, what?
Yeah, but it's not
with the wheelbarrow. Oh my God.
It's not so much about that, but so you may or may not know, Apple's announced they're putting in a huge back door to their phones, and they try to they portray it as, oh, this is just for child porn stuff that we're going to be looking for. Once that toggle is flipped, they're going to be looking for anything, and they'll be able to find it. So, say goodbye to your security. If you're anybody that does anything, and I'm not talking about criminals, I'm talking about journalists, whistleblowers, activists, people that don't, want the government knowing what they're doing, you need one of these. Because this doesn't report anything to anyone. If you make a phone call, the phone company knows what you're doing. But if you connect using, some end-to-end encrypted service like Signal or something, and you do it through a VPN, nobody knows who you are or what you're doing. Maybe the NSA does, but what are you going to do about that? So I'm just saying, I don't think it's not quite ready for prime time because it does take some effort. It's not, you don't buy it from a store and go, all right, here we go.
Right.
You have to figure out, you have to find it, you have to download it, you have to load it on the phone. It's a pain-free process, but it does require you to actively do it. And that automatically wipes out 99% of the population because they're never going to do it.
Well, here's another question that'll eliminate even more, Alan. Does it come in pumpkin spice?
No, it does not.
We don't want it. It's fall here, by the way.
So,
It is absolutely fall.
Yay. Do you have your pumpkin spice? Have you made your first pumpkin pie?
No, not yet. Thinking about it though.
Pumpkin spice lattes and pumpkin spice Dunkin' Donuts, whatever the fuck.
I think it was like 60 degrees last night sleeping, so blanket weather. We
get down into the 60s. It was nice to actually, not have to wear nothing to bed.
Right. Laying under the fan.
Yeah. It was still above 90 at like 10 o'clock last night. So
Jesus.
Oh.
I don't know.
I just looked it up. The book I just shared is still available on Amazon.
Awesome.
And it's like $18. So I posted the link on the Sqrpt page on Facebook. I will also post it on our new MeWe page. Reminder, everybody sign up.
Join up.
Yeah.
The Sqrpt group is going read only.
Yeah.
September 1st. No. September 6th. Labor Day.
September 6th.
Alan is the second.
Alan's birthday.
September 6th.
Everyone send Alan a birthday card.
No, don't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Don't. No. Please don't. No.
You get 9 million happy birthdays.
I get no, please don't.
Oh.
We should get him that thing where they put like 100 flamingos in your front yard. Alan would actually like that.
I was thinking dancing hamsters, but whatever.
Oh, Jay, you're dating yourself there with dancing hamsters.
Big time, the dancing hamsters.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's the bug.
Better than the dancing baby.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay. We're already kicked off of Facebook. Can I just ask a question?
Okay.
Sure.
Can I just ask a question? Why the fuck is Facebook pushing for more internet regulation? Ask yourself that fucking question.
Regulatory capture, Jay. Because they know they got enough money and they're big enough that they can work around it.
Exactly.
This is
whenever a company is saying, hey, we ought to have more regulation on insert our field, it's because we're going to fuck everyone else. That's what that is.
Right. This is to stop MeWe and everybody else that's a competitor.
Bingo. It's like, the last time internet regulations were written, it was 1996, and you still had a fax machine. You had this, you had this. I'm like, and you want to repeal them all? Great. I love that. Oh, no, you want more regulations.
Yeah.
This is like the fucking robber barons. This is the bullshit that these fucking black-clad fucking morons think is actually happening, except they're working for it.
Yep.
What was that app? They were like, if you don't like Twitter, make your own Twitter. And they made another Parler.
Parler, yeah.
And then that got shut down.
They got them kicked off.
Didn't just get them shut down. It got them kicked out of the Apple and Google stores.
Yeah. And kicked off of their servers on Amazon.
Yeah.
Got shut down.
We burned it to the ground and then we salted the earth.
Right. Because how dare you make your own?
Yeah. We'll make our
once upon a time, the internet was like this wild west of free speech and expression and people getting together and doing their thing. And now
the guy that invented the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee, he's got a project that's supposed to be like Web 3.
I thought that was Al Gore.
No, but he's got a project that's supposed to pull that back to people.
There's another guy who got flung off the planet. What happened to Al Gore?
He got fat.
He got fat. He got divorced, and he realized he had more money than God, and was like, fuck it, I'm done.
He's sitting in the lazy boy.
I know, assault all the masseuses I want.
Sex crazed poodle.
Yeah.
Was that the description? Sex crazed poodle, something like that.
It sounds, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that's our show. It won't
be on YouTube.
No. Look for us on Rumble because
I'm going to upload it to YouTube just to force them to delete it. But
that's what we need. We need to do like a Trojan show.
Will they actually delete it, or will they
just pull our channel entirely?
You know what I've noticed more and more? YouTube people are doing things like they're using YouTube as Jay went away.
Oop.
Let's see if he comes back.
Okay.
I feel like I should put up like the Indian, please stand by.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he ate. Yeah, he ate all his food. Yep, here he is.
It's like clockwork. It's like, it's been an hour. Kick Jay off.
Yep.
What's that about?
So anyway, what I was saying is YouTube. I've seen a lot of YouTube people, especially ones that deal with like politics and news and stuff, is they'll use YouTube and they'll talk a little bit about a particular subject, and then they'll say, well, if you want to know what we're really going to talk about, go to Rumble or go to our Rockfin channel or something like that, and that's where they're really talking. But they're basically using YouTube as the teaser for the real show.
Yeah.
So you're saying we need to be better at our SEO?
Oh God, no.
No, but they're also making money off of YouTube views and stuff like that.
Nobody has time for that, Jay.
We don't give a shit. I
do enough of that in the day-to-day stuff.
The 40 or 50 people that watch it on YouTube, or they can go to Rumble or something. I don't care.
Yeah.
We still
want to see us rant, you can find us.
The 99.999% of the people that listen to us do it on the audio version.
So they listen in their car when they're stuck in traffic on the way to work.
Right.
That's good too.
And for that we thank you.
Yeah, because who's going to sit in front of a YouTube for an hour and watch it? Well,
I mean, for all I know, we could be doing this show and nobody listens.
Oh no, we have people that
I know my mom watches.
You know what? I don't know if anybody listens to it, but I know people download it. We still have
okay.
We still have a few thousand downloads every month. So we're getting downloaded still.
Wait.
I don't know if people are listening to it though. So
some people just streamed us on Spotify or whatever the hell.
They can do that too. Yeah, they can
I
do
was
that
just
too.
making shit up.
No, we're on. I think we're on Spotify.
Are we on TikTok, Alan?
No, but we're on what is it? Podcast Index and
Snapchat. Are we on?
Do we have an Instagram?
We have a Snapchat.
We do not have an Instagram.
We have.
I could make one.
No, don't. The Instagram's Facebook. You have the same problems.
Yes,
that's true.
They literally are the same.
Yeah. And what is it? WeChat is also on my Facebook. Was it WeChat? I don't know. Whatever. All right. That's it. We're done.
All right.
Okay.
Sayonara. We'll be back
Have a great week.
Afghanistan next week.
Right. Oh, and maybe Australia too.
Oh,
where they're building
the
camps.
A's. We're hitting the A's, yes, where they're rounding people up.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a tour of shithole countries.
They're threatening them with dingoes.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
All righty.
Good night.
Y'all.